Wow, finally. Let's hit the... What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. And of course, we got the man of the hour,
Jeremy with a G.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing?
Another day in paradise.
This is this reminds me of old times right here. Just me and you.
No, old times would be in my living room with the plastic table and some fucked up chairs.
That is true. That is true. Those were the old days. If you think we're lying.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, yes. Going up on a Tuesday. So welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. Right now, we got some stuff to talk about. We got some boxing. We got some WNBA. We got a little bit of football. We got some NBA. We'll start with the NBA real quick because Jeremy's not really into the NBA. We don't know how much he's following it.
I've been watching a little bit more recently.
Okay. Well, since the last time we saw you guys, series is now 3-1. Series is almost over. I was preparing last night for us to be congratulating the Boston Celtics champions yesterday, for us to talk about what kind of run they would have, the dynasty they would have, which I'm kind of happy that it didn't happen because Mo and Sam could join when we talk about it in 2 weeks because we won't be here next week. But yeah, we could all, that'll be a great conversation. But the series is now 3-1. Boston got the ass beat yesterday. For anybody that does not know it, they got beat by damn near almost 50 points. I know it was like 84 to 122, but it was damn near a 50-point lead. Okay.
So wait, so how did Porzingis get injured again after the second game?
So he got injured in game. Yeah, he got injured in game 2. And it's a leg injury. So I don't remember exactly how it happened. I want to say he was either coming down or he was guarding somebody, and his leg just pulled. I forget what it might be, a calf strain or something like that, but he already had a calf injury. He's always had leg issues though. That he's never been healthy. That's always been a knock on Porzingis. That's why Porzingis is not the unicorn. He was Wimby before it was Wimby. Like he was supposed to be that's why his nickname was the unicorn. So Porzingis is fragile, like a lot of big men are. But it's 3-1. The series is still over. Don't get it twisted. I would love for it to go to a game 7. But the series is fucking over. Don't listen to ESPN. Don't listen to all them dumbass people that are going, oh my God, can they come back from a 3-0 victory? No, they cannot. It's not going to happen. Not against this Boston team. Not going to, unless Dirk Nowitzki suits up for him. And he plays like in 2010. It's not happening. There's no way. Maybe they win game 5.
It's going to go to a game 6.
Okay. Like, I would love to see a game 7.
It's going to end in Dallas.
That would be fine with me. Like, I would love to see a game 7. But if I don't see game 7, I will.
Right? Because now they go 1-1-1, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to end in Dallas.
So I'm not sure. I think this is...
The Celtics are going to celebrate the championship in Dallas.
That's going to be nice for them. Who cares? It's better than celebrating in Boston.
I mean, anything's better than... I mean, Boston shouldn't be celebrating anything.
So...
A lot of strange things happening in Boston.
It's kind of weird when you see this series, though. It's very similar to a lot of series. It's similar to when the superstars get like in the NBA, there are stages. You don't skip the stage. Some people do skip the stage, like Michael Jordan. He completely skipped the stage. He got to the finals and just started busting people's asses. But there's like most of the time you have Magic Johnson skip the stages. But most of the time you get to the finals, you have a heartbreak, you have a loss, you have to learn how to play in the finals because it's a huge thing. We saw that with Boston and Golden State a couple years ago. Now you're seeing the same thing that Boston and Dallas is going over. Besides Kyrie and Jason Kidd, they don't have this experience in the finals. So you're seeing that. You saw that with Kevin Durant and the Thunder. Granted, they never got back to the Thunder, but when they went against the Miami Heat, you saw that with LeBron and the Spurs. You saw it with Shaq and the Magic and the Rockets. Granted, they never got back because Shaq decided to be a buster and leave. But you see that type of things. So I don't think this is a bad loss. This is not indicative of them being choking or anything like that. They just ran into a team with more experience that were hungrier at this point in time. And it's a bad matchup for them because the people that are guarding their top players are all defensive players, and Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I think the series is gonna be over. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but that is true because you're right. He didn't because he did get to. You're right. So Michael Jordan really didn't skip a stage because he did get his ass beat up by the Celtics, the Pistons in the early ages, and then he got Scottie Pippen. But even then, he still got dominated by the Pistons. And then he had to go and get stronger in that offseason, and that's when he finally got it. They're a much deeper team. I don't even. Whoa. I don't know if they're a deeper team. I think they're deeper experience wise. I don't know if they're a deeper team. I mean, when you look at it, they have higher superstars or they have a higher ceiling because Drew Holiday can get you 26 points like we saw. Jason Tatum, yes. Jaylen Brown, yes. Derek White is a role player. Let's be honest. He's a role player that can go off. Kristaps Porzingis is highly injury. We've seen this consistently. Yes, their big men aren't bad, but then you go down to Dallas. You still have, of course, you have Luka, you have Kyrie, come here, baby, but you still have Tim Hardaway Jr. that showed out last night. You still have Derek Lively. You still have PJ. I mean, they have a deep roster. The problem is just experience, in my opinion. Oh yeah, but that doesn't. Okay, so what you're saying to me is that in this scenario, it's all about money, so they don't want to sweep it. So basically, they'll sweep them. They'll beat them in Monday. So if it was all about money, and I'm not saying you're saying it's rigged, Anthony, but let's say it is rigged, then why would they just not have them go to 6 or 7 games to start with? Like at any point in time, the game 2 and 3, they could have just had the ball bounce a couple ways for Dallas. So yeah, no, it's they're professionals. Nobody wants to get fucking swept. Dallas was on their last leg and showed out like they're supposed to show out. We see this all the time in 3-0 victories. All right, let's get to what do you want to go to? Let's talk about some boxing. Let's have some fun. You know this fight's going on tomorrow, right?
Huh?
Yeah, Uncle Chael Sonnen is boxing Anderson Silva tomorrow.
I didn't know
that. Today. What? Yeah. Yep. They're boxing today, and they have been like Silva and Jake Paul. It's been all respect, not much of the trash talking. They're hugging, but yeah, they're fighting tonight. Both of them made weight. So I mean, my theory is this is not even. I love Uncle Chael. I love Uncle Chael Sonnen. Everybody calls him Uncle Chael. I love Uncle Chael. I think he's one of the funniest. Came up with one of the best. It's not rigged. If it was rigged, then they would have them go to 7.
The Tank Davis fight is at 12 o'clock. Well, the event starts at 12 o'clock today.
It's not till like 7 tonight.
The whole event starts at noon today.
Oh yeah, but nobody cares about that. At the time, the main card.
I don't know what time the fight starts. The whole
card starts at 7 or 8.
Starts at 12 today.
I'm pretty positive the main card will start at 8 Eastern time, so 5 p.m. our time.
I could have got were for start at 12.
Yeah, but that's because the fight starts at 5 our time because 8 p.m. Eastern time. So in the Chael Sonnen fight,
that's in Brazil.
Huh? Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen it.
I think Silva's gonna win. Chael is not Chael's not a boxer. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler. Silva actually is a striker. So I think it's gonna be a nice little pity pat match. Nobody's gonna get knocked out. I don't think there's gonna be any knockdowns, but Silva's gonna win. They're gonna be more like Roy Jones Jr. and Tyson than Jake Paul and Silva. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more of like a charity event.
Yeah,
I don't think it's more of a boxing fight.
Yeah, I think it's more of just for money, promotion, have fun.
Yeah, like a sparring.
Yeah. A charity event is perfect. Like an exhibition. That's why I said it. You may see it'll be like at moments in time, Chael Sonnen will be trying to hit Anderson Silva and he'll be guarding his body. Now, if it's a real fight, Chael Sonnen might get knocked the fuck out. Because boxing is different than grappling. And he's not a boxer, he's a grappler. Silva's actually a striker and has actually boxed before. But my money would be on exhibition fight draw. All right. Anthony wants to talk about the Tank Davis fight. So I don't mind talking about the Tank Davis fight. Let me know if anybody saw the weigh-in or saw the press conference. You know I keep up with this stuff. So at the press conference, basically, Tank Davis said that Frank Martin was scared. He said that that all of this hoopla and everything was going to get to him, all of this stuff. I dislike when they use in boxing the experience of having a big fight as something, as reasons why certain people are going to win. They're like, oh, it's too big of a moment for them. Yeah, I get we see that at certain times, but Tank Davis was also in that position in 2017. Where he was 16-0, fought an undefeated 22-0 Puerto Rican, I can't think of what his name was, and beat the living mess out of him. And they kept telling him he was unexperienced. And he kept saying, I have experience. I tried to tell y'all that. So I hate when they use that. I think that Vegas Fun Football Podcast. Hey, love your show. Love your predictions. Thank you so much. Love them. But yes, and like he said, he did make a grown man flinch. That's not a big deal to me. Like, I know, I even said it to Jeremy, Frank Martin flinched like a bitch. But that's not a big deal to me because that's an involuntary reaction. And in a heated weigh-in, they had a heated press conference. Tank Davis was already in his face. I'm not saying we've ever seen Tank Davis fight somebody at a press conference, but let's act like we haven't seen fights come out. So to me, that's not that big of a deal. But I do think Tank Davis is going to beat his ass. I do think, can't wait to collab again this season. I can't wait either. Been having fun watching all of your stuff too. Keep it up. I do think that Tank Davis is going to win. I think that he's going to win very similar to kind of how he beat Ryan Garcia, how he beat Raleigh. He's going to bait him into a punch, and sooner or later, he's going to get hit, and he's going to go down. It's probably going to be 6th, 7th round, maybe 8th, because, Tank is a slow starter. Frank Martin likes to come out a little fast, but he's too big. He's too awkward, and I don't think he moves enough. Like, I don't think that happens. So I think Tank knocks him out round 8. Also, the thing that bothered me more was not him making him flinch, Anthony. It was Frank Martin kept backing up. So Tank Davis, a lot of people don't know that don't watch boxing on a regular basis. A lot of times your weigh-ins, your press conferences, your face-offs, that is to set the tone. That is to intimidate boxers. So like Tony Ferguson talks about it. Conor McGregor talks about it. A lot of times what they're doing when they're in their poses, they're literally testing distance. Like Tony Ferguson was doing that against Khabib, where he laid the title down and was testing the distance to see where he was at. A lot of times they're trying to see how this fighter is going to react to them putting pressure on him if it's a game plan. So if you watch what happened with Tank Davis and Frank Martin, when they stood up for the face-off, Tank kept moving forward. He kept inching forward. And every time he inched forward, what did Frank do? Frank backed up and backed up and backed up. And then Tank came closer. And then you saw the flinch. That's when Tank went, and Frank said, Like he put his hands up like this and then went like this. So that was more telling to me than the flinch, was Frank's backing up. He's giving up his space right away. And Frank doesn't fight going backwards. So that was what I'm saying. That's all I'm thinking. What do you think about this fight, Jeremy?
I have no idea. I didn't even know it was happening. It shows you. Look, I don't pay attention.
We got some great boxing, great UFC going down. So great combat sports going down. Let's get into something else. We're going to switch topics real quick. We're going to go from boxing to pretty ass hair. Talking about Trevor Lawrence. All right. So for everybody that doesn't know, dude got paid. Got paid.
He's got similar stats as Gardner Minshew.
Paid. Now, this contract is based off of what they think about his potential. That's all it is.
It's what they think about what?
His potential, where he could take them, and the market.
You've been out of college for how long?
4 years.
All right. You should have been able to bring.
Wait. We're gonna get rid of his rookie year because he did have the dumbest head coach in the fucking world.
And
so
CJ Stroud did what in 1 year?
He has a great coach.
CJ Stroud did what in 1 year?
He has a great coach.
CJ Stroud did what in 1 year?
Went to the playoffs. Won a playoff.
Trevor Lawrence has similar stats as Gardner Minshew, who is a career backup.
Listen, I don't think he should have gotten paid. You know my thoughts on this. You're paying quarterbacks way too goddamn much. Hey. It's not even fair. There's no you used to get paid for what you accomplished or what you think you will accomplish. So what the fuck do they think he's going to accomplish? That's why I said what they thought, not me. Let's put it this way. In 4 years, 1 playoff berth. Came back from 27-0. And basically the Chargers had to collapse for him to get his playoff win. What are we paying him for? Like when you look at the top pays, I looked at this. I looked at it, the top 10. I think 3 people in the top 10 have been to a Super Bowl. I think 1 has won it. And that's Patrick Mahomes. This is stupid.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean,
okay, so here, just to give everybody a hint, here we go. Joe Burrow, annual value. Joe Burrow is tied for number 1 with the Cincinnati Bengals with $55 million. Tied with him is pretty boy Trevor Lawrence with $55 million. I'm just saying, if we were playing Among Us, one of them is an imposter. One has been to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, he can't stay healthy. One can stay healthy, can't win games, and put his team in title contention. And they're about the same age. What, a year difference? Number 3, Jared Goff. See, that's where Forrest came in because I forgot Jared Goff's been to a fucking Super Bowl. Jared Goff. I'm telling y'all right now, Detroit's going to suck for the rest of his tenure. Next year, they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to get beat in the second round or first round. The year after that, they're going to squeak in and lose in the first round, and then they're not going to make the playoffs. And they're going to trade him. You know how I know this? Because we've seen this movie before. Do you know when we saw this movie before? When he's with the LA Rams. And I used to call him Jared fucking Geoff. Okay? We've seen this movie. Contract year, right before contract year, long playoff run. Gets paid, regresses. Justin Herbert, 1 playoff appearance. Lamar Jackson, 2 MVPs. AFC Championship, no Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is the 3rd Super Bowl quarterback. Playoffs. Okay. Kyler Murray, playoffs once. Sean Watson, playoffs twice. And hasn't been to playoffs in 5 years. Patrick Mahomes. Kirk Cousins. What the fuck are we doing? Jeremy, help me out here.
There ain't no saving this one.
So in this scenario, you have Joe Burrow, who's been to the Super Bowl, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes. You want to throw in Lamar Jackson for a 2-time MVP, and he goes to the playoffs every year? Okay. So 5 out of the 10 may deserve those contracts. And 3 of those are 5, 6, and 9. So how did we get to Trevor Lawrence getting the same amount of money as Joe Burrow?
I'm trying to come up with an excuse, but I can't.
Is Adam Gase the coach? We need to bring Adam Gase back. We need to bring something like. Remember, where's Adam Gase? I can't find him.
I guess somebody dumber than Adam Gase. I don't.
3 years ago, he got to the Super Bowl in between the Chiefs Super Bowl. So the Chiefs went to 18-19. They won. No, 19-20. Yeah, 19-20 they won. 2021 they lost. 21-22 is the Rams. 22-23 is the Chiefs. 23-24 is the Chiefs. So yeah, he went 3 years ago. So I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. If anything, in 4 to 5 years, we're going to have, remember, I don't know how many people remember this.
4 to 5 years, we're going to have $500 million contracts being handed out to half a fucking team.
I'm actually thinking the opposite. Remember back in the day when there was no slotted for how much people got paid when they got drafted. So what's his name? Sam, what the fuck was the dude that played for Oklahoma that came out as the number 1 Sam Bradford. He was the last quarterback he was the last draft pick to not get slotted in based off where they were drafted at. And if you look at his contract was higher than the next year's contract. And what ended up happening was the NFL's like, no, because they were basically talking and I'm holding out. And they were giving him huge contracts. So the NFL decided to slot that to protect the owners. They're about to have to do the same thing. I guarantee you in 5 to 6 years, there's going to be, when all these contracts are done with, there's going to be a new rule where they're not going to allow them to exceed a certain percentage of something. And all of these contracts are going to drop back down. Because it's not going to be profitable. You're going to have
something's got to happen because these contracts are getting out of fucking control.
You're going to have, and I'm going to tell you the teams right now. So everybody, mark this. I'll put it up on Twitter. I'm going to the studio. We'll do the stream manager so I can clip it. Listen, okay? These are the teams right now that are going to have fucking trouble next year, the next couple years. Detroit Lions, Chargers, Jacksonville, Atlanta, and if they pay Tua, Jordan, or Dak, those 7 teams, if they pay Purdy, I don't think they're going to have trouble because some odd reason the Niners just continue to do shit. I think he was asking what year Burrow in the league did he make it? Lawrence had a great team last year and could do nothing. Lawrence, look, they can't. That's because everybody is not a superstar. Everybody is not elite. We saw this in NBA. We've seen it multiple times. You're seeing it consistently. We know the contracts are going up, but at some point in time, they're going to come down. How the fuck did you pay Jared Goff that much money? See, this is the issue. You're going to have to get rid of this guaranteed money because look at this. Deshaun Watson, 230. We know that. Joe Burrow, 219. Herbert, 218. Trevor Lawrence, 200. Lamar Jackson, 185. Jalen Hurts, 179. Jared Goff, 170. That's like your whole fucking contract. So they're going to have to do something about that. Anything else going on in the NFL that kind of tripped out anybody? Because I ain't really seen nothing. Looks like my team decided to stop acting stupid.
Do it?
Yeah. I mean, we know Darren Waller retired.
Yeah, probably should go in a mental institution as well.
He's got to heal. If I'm paying elite money and you not elite, that coach on the hot seat. No, I'm being 100% honest. That's why I could never be a GM. I'm not playing. They would have came to me and been like, "Hey, we want this much money," and I'd have came to them and been like, "Hey, I'm trading your ass right now. I'm not even playing. You're out of here." I would have literally put out a press conference and said, "I'm trading Trevor Lawrence. Who the fuck wants him?" I'm not even joking. Tua. If Tua comes out and says some shit like that, I'm trading his fucking ass. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not even picking up your 50-year option. What are we talking about? We've already seen multiple times that paying a quarterback this much money is stupid. It's absolutely dumb. Oh, fuck. I hate people. So just to make fun.
To the club.
So the misprint on the Super Bowl rings. We'll talk
Wait,
about that.
what?
Yeah, so when we got our Super Bowl rings, there was a misprint on the seed for the Miami Dolphins. Their seed is shown as 7 instead of 6.
How do y'all fuck that up?
It's in fucking Missouri.
How do y'all fuck up the Super Bowl ring?
Have you ever been to Missouri?
How does the Chiefs team?
Have you ever been to Missouri?
So y'all's team. So y'all employ retards.
Listen, all I'm saying is right now, I think right now stupid shit is happening. And I don't know why. I'm going to say this. We might have sold our soul.
Let's look at your HR.
We might have sold our soul.
Your hiring practices.
Buddy, I can't help it. We saw where they built the fucking stadium for the soccer. Okay.
Missouri.
You can't.
Have you seen Missouri?
Hold on.
Not slander Missouri.
They built the stadium, the soccer, and they're about to lose the Chiefs to Kansas.
They fucking built the fucking Mahomes built the fucking soccer stadium facing a fucking.
Okay, so they are about to lose the Chiefs to Kansas.
I mean, have you seen the?
Yeah. Oh no. This is everybody in Missouri needs to seriously worry. Seriously fucking worry about what's about to happen. Because it's no big deal to move across state line. But after they brought that proposal for the Chiefs' new stadium, Kansas legislative has their a proposal going up soon. And that shit is going to pass. And watch what happens. Missouri better build the Chiefs. They better help out. You can't lose them. Better fucking help out. And let's not act like we haven't seen teams. I know that. The tax, I know that 100%. I'm not saying, I know how long they're there for. I'm not saying that they weren't trying to do stuff where they were trying to use some of their money. But the problem that you have is now you're bidding against somebody else. And we've seen this in sports. What happens? I'm not pushing a narrative. I'm being 100% honest. Like, how many teams have left? Look at what is happening now in the scale of scope with teams that are completely leaving stadiums and moving to different cities that are not far away. We've just saw multiple teams do it. The Clippers are doing it. Golden State did it. Oakland did it. LA, the Raiders did it. We're seeing this happen. It's not a new thing. St. Louis did it. This is happening on a regular basis because people want stadiums. They want new state-of-the-art stuff. They want more stuff. So it's not a narrative that I'm pushing. Like, I hope they stay in Missouri. I absolutely love going to visit them in Missouri. But would it bother me visiting them in Kansas? Don't give a fuck. No, would not bother me. I'm not going to dislike them because they moved to Kansas. All I know is when you are negotiating a deal and one state says no, and a state that is right across the border says yes, look what happens. Oakland Athletics, LA Raiders, Golden State Warriors. Those are three teams that literally moved 4 to 6 hours away. Oakland Coliseum was falling apart. The neighborhood of the hellhole city was a third world shit world. That's why they moved. No, they moved because they wouldn't build them a new stadium. That's why they moved. Because Oakland would not build them a new stadium. Plus, all the felon fans are getting locked back. I understand what you're saying. But if a place isn't going to build you a new stadium, what happens? Jeremy, can you help me out on this?
Look, I did over here talking shit about the Coliseum. Look, the Coliseum was a shithole. The city of Oakland refused to help them fucking
renovate
and repair the fucking Coliseum. What the fuck did you expect the Raiders to fucking do?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, look, it is what it is.
We can go and say the fans, the way the city was, the neighborhood, all of this shit. We can say that. But ultimately, it came down to the city not approving taxes to help them renovate or build a stadium. And in this day and age, you're not going to see like what you used to see in the 60s and 70s. And I mean, the 80s and 90s. The 60s and 70s, there was a lot of movement. Because people understand how much money tourism brings into a state. And again, it's right over the border. Do you think San Diego just moved to LA?
Yeah.
For a very similar reason. And Colcom was not a bad stadium. I've been there.
They moved to LA to share a stadium.
Exactly. Oh, yes. Because it was new. And that's why so many other places are like, no, we'll build a stadium. We'll build you a stadium. We have no problem with that. Again, Oakland and Vegas. We were not even a sports town. No football team was coming here. And Oakland's like, no, we're not helping you. And Vegas said, checkmate. We got you. So San Diego has 20.
They still have the same 20 fans, but they're in the state of an art facility. And
San Diego used to sell out. They have more fans in San Diego than they had in LA. They made a stupid decision by moving to LA, by the way.
They still have those same 20 fans, but they're in the state of an art facility. They're in a lot nicer stadium.
Lot nicer stadium. So just to give you an idea, this was published on June 14th. I've been keeping up with this. Kansas lawmakers increase efforts to attract the Kansas City Chiefs across state lines. One Missouri legislator is asking his state to counter. Missouri Representative Mark Sharp sent a letter Friday to Republican governor asking him to convene a special session over Kansas's attempt to pull the Chiefs away. So now I'm doing Skip Bayless stuff. But a fucking representative of the state of Missouri is asking the governor to specially convene because they're worried about the Kansas fucking thing. Kansas is literally trying to finance the whole fucking stadium, if you don't know. They're literally saying, we'll finance most of your stadium. So no, this is not some, we're pushing a narrative. No, your own representatives in the state are worried about this.
The Chiefs is a different animal because the Chiefs are a juggernaut fucking team. They have fucking fans from everywhere. They're fucking they're a fucking they're the current Patriots of the 20th century. Fucking winning Super Bowls and fucking I got the Patrick Mahomes and the Travis Kelce's and fucking winning. They're currently on track to be 3-peat Super Bowl champions, and so obviously states are gonna fucking want to try to finance and bring in fucking the Kansas City Chiefs. They're the fucking current number one fucking draw in the country.
So not even in the country. Fuck that. So when we went to the Chiefs game in 2022, I was on Twitter interacting with all the Chiefs fans. Literally, a dude from Canada that we interacted with.
Y'all not the number one draw in the world. Stop it.
I'm not saying we're the number one draw in the world. I didn't say that. I'm just saying a guy from Canada was a Chiefs fan, and it was all because of like Patrick Mahomes and all the stuff. So I'm not saying trust me, we can't compete with soccer and any of that shit. No,
I'm about to say,
but at the same time, we are extremely big. Like you were saying, where people are coming from Canada, Washington, other places just to go see the Chiefs. So the tourism.
You can say the same thing about the Raiders. You got fans coming from Mexico.
100%. That's why Vegas wanted them. 100%. Like, and having it in Vegas, like that stadium is always
but Kansas would be stupid not to try to get the fucking Chiefs right across the border. They're back-to-back champions. You got Patrick Mahomes,
and they don't have a pro team.
Right. So I mean, it's stupid not to try to fucking get them with the tourism that could generate for Kansas.
It's who do you think? What team do you think Kansas fans cheer for anyway? The Chiefs. So because there's no team so if you move them right across, they're not losing a fan base. A lot of Missouri people are still going to go there.
Yeah, and 3/4 of the 20 fans are Rivers kids.
Not even three. No, all of them.
No, 3/4. He's only got like 14 kids.
I thought he had like 19 now.
I don't know how many. He's only got like 14. I thought he had like 11.
$10.
Oh, so 50% of the fans are just kids.
Yeah. 100% on that. All right, let's get into the fantasy. I am not having a good week this week.
Bro, I thought for sure I was losing this week.
Anthony is playing outstanding.
I thought for sure I was losing this week.
Now, I'm just going to let you know, Anthony. You know what? I'm going to just keep my mouth shut. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and wait till next week because I don't just sometimes when some of the people y'all drop are fucking stupid.
You put in a claim. I know who you put in a claim.
You know I put a fucking claim.
I thought about it. I thought about it, but I didn't want to drop the person I know you're going to pick up.
Fuck is wrong with you?
But I didn't want to drop. I didn't want to drop. You put in a claim for whatever name, Parker.
Yep.
Yeah. But I didn't want to drop the person I know you want to pick up.
Well, I was dropping Alicia Clark because it was like it's a win-win situation for me. You see what I'm saying? Because both of them come off the bench.
I mean, it's a win-win situation for me, but I want to drop Vandersloot, but it's not gonna do anything for me because I couldn't pick up.
I would have grabbed her in a heartbeat. I would have grabbed her ass in a fucking heartbeat.
Because I wanna keep Kennedy, but
yeah, I would have grabbed her in a heartbeat. So right now, when we look at the scoreboard, Jeremy, goddamn Jeremy.
I thought for sure. If you go back and look at my lineups, I thought for sure I was losing.
So Jeremy is. Oh, I gotta fucking vote for the NBA. Make sure you. We'll do the vote right now. Make sure you do the WNBA vote. I can vote for 2 people. Oh, I didn't think of that. I can vote for me and the bench warmers. So we got Jeremy at 706 and Arizona Cactus at 480. You got Mauricio and AB's bad takes. That's Kelderock. Close, 575 and 400. The problem with AB's bad takes is Sam doesn't have anybody that goes off. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have that one player that gets you the 60, 70 points on a consistent basis, like some of us do. Do you see what I'm saying? Like me and you have. And then we have, because I mean, when you look at the points, so like, let's look at the top points. Okay, maybe I should share. When we look at the top points, so when we look at the top points, we got, let's see if I made this a little bigger. So we got, his top performer has 80 points, 75 and 63, where everybody else top performer has over 100. 113, 116, 136, 113, 168.
Well, how,
you see what I'm saying?
How is he not paying attention to who's getting dropped?
Well, I mean, when you look at his team, you really don't want to. He's got a good team. Like, who's he got? Dajane Carrington is what, the number? Well, she's 18, so that's not bad. Sabrina Ionescu, Bonner 8. So Sabrina Ionescu is what, 2, 3, 5. Then you come here, Kalia Brown. She's probably not that 11. That's not bad. Stephanie Dolson, which he was going to drop last time, like a dumbass. Kelsey Plum. So he doesn't have a bad team. Like, who's he going to get? Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. I don't need a forward, though. He dropped Rakia Jackson. Who got her? Are you going to fucking load? You just froze. Okay, whatever. There, finally, bitch. Oh, well. Why isn't it showing your fantasy points? Damn. Jeremy, really?
Yeah, but you, really? That's the week you had more than me.
I know. And then we'll talk about mine and Anthony's because it's in a close matchup. I had to drop someone. My RR person is coming back and Gray is not injured no more. I understand what you're saying, but the person you dropped is absolutely asinine. That's all I'm saying. So we're close in a battle. We're in a battle. So that's what it is. Let's go to the matchup. Get rid of this dumbass box. So matchup. Chelsea Gray's still out. She's questionable for today's game. But I mean, it doesn't matter because you started her every fucking day.
Right.
Damn. She's actually not bad. She's not bad. I'd have dropped her over Parker. He's got some good forwards when you think about it. Yeah, he's got some good forwards. No, I'd have dropped her. I'd have dropped Ariel Powers instead of Cheyenne Parker. What the fuck is wrong with you? You might want to go put a claim in, Anthony. I'm going to help you out. Whoever that is, I'll trade you Plum for Angel Reese. That is Sam. He's not on the. Damn, that might be a good trade. That might be a good fucking trade for Sam. I'll put it in the group chat. All right, for you, Anthony. I put it in the group chat. So I let him know. As you can see, let him know in the group chat. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. This. I'm expecting to pull away for today. I'm just letting you know. I will tell you though, there was one day that you fucked up, Anthony. That's why y'all gotta look all the time. Where's that? This day. Oh, yeah. Your guard was right here, Jewel Lloyd. You could have put her in for, I don't know, Chelsea Gray. And then you would have been able to start Brittany Sykes. And you would have actually won that day. So I got to make sure I'll check every day. I was so happy you were sitting on the bench. Because then, I mean, really honestly, you'd have been 46 points higher. You'd be winning right now. So, we got games tonight. What do you think about the games tonight, Jeremy?
Wait, I don't know what games we got. I got to look.
We got first of all, can we say congratulations to the Aces stopping their 3-game skid?
It's about fucking time.
Oh, he said no. Anthony, he said, not only did he said no, he said hell motherfucking no.
Who?
Sam. Sam said hell no. You ain't getting Kelsey Plum for Reese.
I mean, Plum's not really doing much. I'd probably take Angel Reese over Plum.
She came back for 1 game. Yes, that 1 game. But I checked in the morning and she was available. So, yes, congratulations. Shout out to Jackie Young, too. Oh, God. Jackie Young put on a performance.
Fuck, I loved it. Why do you think I'm where I'm at right now?
I know.
Jackie Young.
Jackie Young put on a performance.
Put on a fucking clinic.
Love, and we barely almost. Hey, Phoenix has a good team.
She put on a fucking clinic the other day.
Brittany Griner is playing like the gender she looks
like. Like a newborn baby giraffe. She's playing like a dude. She playing.
You can't do nothing.
They're playing like that video of them at the pool without a shirt on.
You can't do nothing. Like I saw, Kia Stokes had no choice but to foul her.
They're playing like a light-skinned Draymond Green.
I wouldn't even say like a light-skinned Draymond Green. I was gonna go like a light-skinned Hakeem Olajuwon. Her fucking drop step spin up and under. I was like, you can't stop that.
Fucking newborn baby giraffe.
Yeah, shout out to Clark for me. We're gonna talk about her in a second too. We're gonna also talk about Dijon Carrington too in a second. But yeah, I don't know that she did that drop step. She bam to that. Woof. I was like, that's a dude. That's a motherfucking dude. That is Hakeem Olajuwon reincarnated as a fucking woman. That's what I was thinking about. So today,
questionable
calls. So today we have
Sun and Wings and Liberty and Aces.
Yes, with the Liberty and Aces is gonna be a good game. That's a game. Game.
Man, I'm upset. I want tickets.
So, what are you thinking? What do you think about the Aces Liberty game? I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Something ain't right with us right now. We are missing the captain. We're missing the leader.
We're missing her all fucking season.
I know. So we
but
need.
She may be back today.
Yeah, but she's gonna be rusty.
Well, obviously.
So I'm just not. Look, I'm not. Y'all can say what y'all want. I'm nervous about the Aces this season. They don't look good. Getting into the playoffs, of course, when they get in the playoffs, they can do stuff. But some of it is wear and tear for the rest of the team, where they're just tired.
They don't have the communication. I have to agree with Becky Hammond. I don't know why the trust isn't there. It's like they don't trust each other.
I know. And again, I think
I don't know if that's a missing Chelsea Gray thing. I don't know what it is.
But I think it is. I think they're missing that person that can calm the problem. Okay, listen. This is what we're having right now. Okay, we know what's up with Kelsey Plum. We've seen Kelsey Plum multiple times during the game, right? And when Kelsey Plum is playing and she's going off, having a good time, sometimes she does too much. And who reins her in?
Trying to be too fucking cute.
Who reins her in? Gray. That's when they give the ball to Gray, and Gray's like, bitch, get the fuck over here. They don't have that. And that's a trust issue because you don't know what the fuck Kelsey's going to do. 1 minute she's trying to be fucking Rondo with the behind the back shit. Next minute she's driving in. Do you know how many times this bitch drives into the damn lane and turns around in a circle and pisses me the fuck off? You're not Stephen Curry.
Bro, she irritates me when she takes the ball and she fucking cuts into the fucking paint towards the fucking out of bounds in the back and then fucking runs into the fucking, and it's like, where the fuck are you going?
She gets it from watching certain players. Like Steph Curry does that a lot. But a lot of times that he's doing that, he's trying to get a favorable matchup where he gets a big man on him. So, or he's trying to get back because we know what he'll do next. Backpedal, pop, shot. But it's just so weird to me. So I think that's the issue. I think the captain, I think when the captain comes back, they have somebody that can take control of that. Because we don't have any guards that can slow the game down. That's why they call her the point guard. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm loving the Caitlin Clark Dijon Carrington rivalry. Have you heard?
I mean, I've heard a little bit.
Well, we know Carrington is the one that put clamps on it.
I had to mute certain words on fucking X because it's starting to get real fucking weird.
So we know that Carrington puts hands on Caitlin Clark. We know that she was one of the first ones to guard her and shut her down. We know she takes this matchup very seriously. We've seen the Caitlin Clark and Carrington where she got called for a foul and then she fucking mocked her for flopping. We've seen that. And now the newest part of the beef. Carrington calling out Caitlin Clark for not speaking out against issues such as racism, misogyny, and homophobia, which she claimed are perpetuated by some of Clark's supporters. Not some, a lot of them. I was on Boydkin's show and I said this. I don't want to be the only guy that says this, but I guess I'll be the asshole. The reason why this works so well, and I've said this on this podcast, is 75% of America is white. Eminem has a song called White America. I could be one of your kids. White America.
I mean, I'd have to agree with her. I mean, they asked black athletes to speak out against it, but why not Caitlin Clark? Why is Caitlin Clark special and not have to speak out against it?
So I wouldn't say she's special and doesn't have to speak out against it. I would just say,
everything I've seen on X is why does she have to speak out against it? She can't control her fans. She does. I mean, she's 22 years old. She shouldn't have to speak out about it.
No, I wouldn't. This is the I wouldn't. Okay.
That's why I started to have that mute shit because I started saying, well, she's only 22 years old, bitch, and you're only fucking retarded.
So this is
I had to start muting shit because I was about to start getting in trouble, and like, bro, just shut the fuck up.
No, I understand that, but that's why it works. That's why they're getting so much attention because 75% of the United States is white, and she fits into that white homegrown mode where she, just like white America, could be one of their kids. But this is the issue. I don't care if she speaks out on it or not, because not everybody is built like that.
But we should care because they ask black athletes to speak out against it.
I do, and I don't care.
But
I don't care.
But we shouldn't be all right with the media asking black athletes to speak out against it, but not asking white athletes to speak out.
No, I'm not all right with that at all. I 100% understand what you're saying. I'm not all right with that. But I don't care if athletes speak out on this.
Right. I don't give a fuck if they speak out.
I don't. So that's my problem. So like,
But I bet you the people speaking out against it on social media won't say it to my face.
But this is the issue that I have. But I know, I mean, yeah, I get you. But I don't have an issue. When they speak out about it, I congratulate them. I think that's their right to do it. But I also grew up with Michael Jordan that said fucking Republicans and Democrats buy shoes when he was asked to speak out against it. So some people care more about their money than what their social status is, or some people just aren't prepared to speak out against it. I'm not saying that Caitlin Clark grew up in fucking Iowa I've been to Iowa. I've been to Missouri. You've been to fucking Iowa. What's in Iowa? Corn and white people. So she might not be the right person to speak out about this shit because she might not be like, I don't fucking know. I don't understand why we think that all of the media, not us, the media, thinks that all of these people that are in a public place because of talents that they have are obligated to speak out about this. I don't understand that. I wish they would stop asking a lot of times about this. Now, granted, if somebody wants to come out and speak out about it, I'm 100% okay with that. But her answer to me is 100% knowing that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She doesn't want to look stupid. Like, if she's not educated on what she's speaking out against, and people are like, well, how is she not educated? Because she grew up in fucking Iowa. And all that's in Iowa is white people and corn. That's what happens. So she might not be up to date on all of these current topics that people are talking about because most of the people she saw were of a certain, look at the Iowa basketball team. Now, if it's one of her teammates and they're explaining this is what I go through, or this, right, this, and she goes through some shit and then she doesn't speak up for him, now I have a totally different problem. But in this scenario, I don't know, because there's one issue that I don't have a problem with. Like, I have a problem with two statements in here. I'm just going to be 100% honest, okay? Racism and homophobia. I'm not saying that people are not homophobic or misogyny. I don't understand how everybody needs to speak out about that. If Caitlin Clark has no stance on that, and she doesn't care about that, and she doesn't know about that, why does she need to speak out about that? Misogyny, why does she need to speak out about that? That's kind of my issue. Like, you're clumping everything into one thing. I think most of her fans, it's about racism. What I've seen. What about you, Jeremy?
The easiest response is those views don't align with my views.
That's a good point. But what did she say?
Whatever views are being expressed, that they don't align with my views.
That's the easy point.
That's not the views that I have. So,
but her also said that's not my focus.
That's the easy cop out, but
she didn't say nothing bad. She just said I don't focus on that shit, and she actually might not.
She also didn't answer the question either.
True, but I don't feel it's right, or I wouldn't say it's right. I just don't feel like. I think this has to do more with a rivalry, where fucking Caitlin Clark could have said those views don't align with my views, and Carrington would have still won at that.
If a black athlete would have answered that way, there would have been a follow-up question.
They're 100%. And that's why we know what it's about. It's about race. We know it's race related. That's what I've been saying the whole time. And everybody that's trying to say this isn't, it is. We saw it versus Iowa and LSU. We saw it versus Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Everybody goes, oh, it's Magic and Larry. What we're forgetting to say is Larry's white and Magic was black. It's not just because, oh, they came in at the same time. No, it's because Larry was from French Lick, Indiana. You know how far Indiana's from fucking Iowa? And she was the humble, I stayed home and went to my Indiana State and all of this other stuff. Who does that sound like? Caitlin Clark. And then you have Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson was a show-it-all. I'm the shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm letting y'all know how good I am. Then I'm going to go out and dunk on your motherfucking ass. Oh, my God. Who does that sound like? Angel Reese. And it just so happens that they're black and white. In a time frame in the United States, which I know most of y'all motherfuckers don't remember because you might not be old enough, where there was a high racial tension. If people don't remember, go look at the Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas. They had to do an interview because Dennis Rodman said if Larry Bird was black, he would just be another dude, and Isaiah Thomas co-signed on it. So in the middle of the finals, they had to do a press conference about it because it was a totally different time back then. No, not much different because we care about race all the fucking time now. So it's not that much different. But no, that's the main draw is she's a white girl from Iowa, humble, looks humble, and her rival at the time was a outspoken black woman.
The issue is the weirdos, the extreme right-wing white conservatives have latched on to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
and it's fucking weird. Their whole fucking argument. Oh, she's a straight white fucking whatever her fucking Christian, Catholic, whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah.
Well, she's a straight white woman. Motherfucker, she ain't the only straight white woman in the fucking league. The fuck you talking about?
And again, just a quick question. Does anybody hear this about Cameron Brink?
Anybody hear this about fucking Kelsey Plum?
Sabrina Ionescu? Nope.
It's
Cameron Brink is in the same.
It's so weird, but it's like it's all because the extreme far right conservative, how do I say it?
No, it's because of where it's at. They're in the fucking Bible Belt. They're in the Midwest, where there's some of the most racist people, as well as the South. And again, why I bring up Cameron Brink is because she went to Stanford. She went to LA. She's Stephen Curry's goddaughter, whatever the fuck she is. I don't know. But you don't hear none of this. Her fans aren't like that. It's literally where she stays at.
Because they're cultured. They're not.
It's exactly. So they deal with it a lot. And when I say in Iowa, it's only corn and white people, I'm not saying that to say, oh, no, that's literally, look up the demographics of Iowa. Look up the demographics of Missouri. Look up the demographics of Indiana outside of fucking Gary. Look up certain demographics. Look what happened to Reggie Miller in Indiana. Like, look, it's where they're at. And the fans that are gravitating toward them or making the most noises are showing real colors. We saw this in an election in 2020, 2016. We've seen this before where certain people latch on to people and they just go, I like what it says. She says it stands for. She's that's my white woman.
Anthony, I'm saying that Caitlin Clark fans are like Boston Celtic fans.
Like Boston, yes. I'm saying that Indiana and Iowa are more like Boston than they are LA. That's what I'm saying. That's
the closest comparison I can get to.
Yes. That's all, and I'm saying been to both.
But it's only now the Fever fans.
Yes.
Because every other fan of the WNBA isn't like this. It's just weird.
But where do you think the Fever got all their fans from?
The individuals that have latched on to Caitlin Clark is just so weird because the arguments they're using is like they're saying that she's the only straight white Catholic or Christian woman in the league, and it's like it's so patently false that it can be debunked in 0.2 seconds. That it's their argument just falls apart instantly, and then they get upset, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, you're this bad person, and you're this bad person, and then N-words start coming out, and then fucking this and that and the other. Like, what the fuck?
No, and we're not saying that the WNBA is more racist than the NBA. We're saying the United States is more racist than people think.
That the people who have latched on to Caitlin Clark are more racist than the NBA.
Exactly. I wouldn't even say because that's
it's just 100%. Individuals who have latched on to this one player.
Let's put it this way. The easiest way I could describe this would be for Caitlin Clark fans right now. A lot of them, not all of them, because there are some that are very, very cool. But the ones we're talking about
live in sundown towns.
Remind you of the way certain people were treated in the 50s and 60s.
A lot of Caitlin Clark fans
like Bill Russell
live in sundown towns.
So I'm just saying, and a lot of her fans, that's the issue that you have.
I've run into a couple cool Caitlin Clark fans.
I know podcasts. I've actually met a lot of them.
Yeah, but it's like when you explain to them, like we don't hate Caitlin Clark. It's the fans that fucking make us fucking hate Caitlin Clark. Like it's not like we don't. It's not like we're fucking coming out against Caitlin Clark. It's just
it's her fans.
Constant barrage of ridiculous bullshit we have to fucking.
And Jeremy called this months ago.
Defend against. It's just like
Jeremy's been saying this for months. This isn't something new.
Like I
Journey's been
want
saying
I want to enjoy watching Caitlin Clark bring more eyes to the WNBA, but I have to fucking sit here and watch the bullshit.
Yep.
Of
She got
people who have
elbowed.
latched onto her.
She's got elbowed. It's so horrible. All you got is thugs out there hurting her. And again, if people don't understand, look how they describe LSU versus Iowa. Like there was a huge thing about dirty debutantes.
But they only bring up the whole thug comments when it's a black player.
Yes.
They don't bring up the thug comments when it's another white player.
Nope.
And it's just like, what the fuck? Like it's just I want to watch Caitlin Clark play. I will not watch a Fever game. Even when the Fever are playing the Aces, I don't watch the game because it's like I've got to deal with the fucking fans, and it's like I don't want to fucking do it.
Mm. So yeah, I absolutely love what Caitlin Clark's doing for the league. For instance, okay, let's talk about this. Caitlin Clark getting left off the Olympics. We talked about that last week. Okay, let's talk about it in a much bigger aspect now because I've researched more about it and why there's a possibility. So everybody, and then you have the stupid media. If you want to grow the game, you gotta have Caitlin Clark on there because ESPN.
But she didn't go to the camp.
So just to let y'all know, most of these girls have been playing together for 2 to 3 years because they only get one practice between March and when they go to the Olympics because of the WNBA season. She went to none of the camp.
She was invited to the camp and didn't go because of the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
She chose to stay at the tournament because of the tournament, which, okay, smart. But one of the requirements was you got to go to the camp.
Also, she's never had any Olympic basketball training. She's never played an international basketball game ever. Ever.
So, I mean,
never played on.
She wasn't going to make the Olympic team.
Under 16, never has an international game, which the international game is different from the real game, from the NBA. Also, it's way more physical. You think they were going to put hands on her in the WNBA? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Right. And the last thing, her fans. There's literally a report coming out that's saying there were people in the Olympic Committee that didn't want to deal with her fans. Because what happened? She would have been like the 12th person on the bench. What happens when she's not playing? What happens if they lose a game that Caitlin Clark doesn't play in? That would be a distraction to the team. We see that in football. We see that all the time with Tim Tebow and Kyle Wharton. We've seen these where you have that backup that is more popular than the starter, and all of a sudden the fans give them shit. And then look at the amount of drama that is being caused now. And some of these girls are going to play with them on the same team. Do you think that drama is not going to carry over? Because of what her fans say? Like, y'all need to calm the fuck down. Let her win some, and you're just going to ruin her career. Because the pressure is going to become too much. You're literally going to ruin one of the greatest things for women's basketball. Because you're going to put pressure on her and she's not going to win.
Bro, the amount of drama is almost making the entire WNBA unwatchable.
It's so bad.
Just because anytime you go on social media, it's just like, well, Caitlin Clark this, and she got elbowed, and fucking thugs, and all because she's a straight white Christian or Catholic or whatever the fuck her religion is, and blah, 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 blah. Like, fuck, shut the fuck up. Just watch the game and shut the fuck up.
And ESPN doesn't make it any better.
ESPN, I mean, Stephen A. Smith is ready. I'm ready to punch him in the fucking face.
The only person I was going to commend was Greeny, because at least when he talks, he literally will say, I'm not going to pretend to act like I know this shit, like I've been paying attention for years, because nobody on ESPN has.
And then Shannon Sharp is just upset because he can't walk in his tight ass fucking motherfucking sweatpants.
So, and I mean, it's
showing up to his fucking liquor stores in the middle of fucking nowhere that nobody's showing up to so he can fucking sign their fucking bottles.
Like, she is such a unique talent for the WNBA right now. There's never been somebody that shoots like her. She is such a unique talent. There's never been somebody that has gravitated the media in the world like her. But like what happens is
But she went to a shitty team with a shitty coach. Like,
Yes.
you got to shut the fuck up and wait till the coach gets fired.
Or find, and all you're doing, and why is she getting beat up? Her fans.
Because they won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, they're jealous. You're right. They're pissed. They're not jealous. There's a difference. They're mad because their fans are saying she's the greatest basketball player of all time, and they're disrespecting everything else that women have done.
If it weren't for the women before her, she wouldn't have nowhere to go fucking play.
And again, where do you think the Carrington and Clark rivalry started? Do you think that started on a basketball court? Or do you think that started with all of the shit she heard and then saw she was playing her the first game of the season? Because if you watch the first game of the season, everybody go back and watch it. Connecticut versus Fever. Carrington put hands on her like she's hated her for years. Where do you think that came from? Her fans. Just letting y'all know. Y'all going to ruin this girl. Point blank in the story. Anything else we want to get into? You want to talk about? Oh, what about the MLB umpire?
Which one?
The one that got caught for betting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, go to group chat. It's in the group chat. There's 2 links in there. Me and whatchamacallit put one in. So Pat Horberg is disciplined for violating gambling rules. He will appeal his decision. According to a statement, the league began investigating him regarding a potential violation. He was relieved of umpiring duties during the pending investigation. While the MLB did not find any evidence that he compromised or manipulated games, the league did determine that the discipline was warranted. Horberg, yeah, he was selected. So umpires are covered under the MLB's rule, the same statute that regulates player. Rule states that anyone found to have gambled on the game will be banned permanently. He was also a World Series umpire.
What was
Pat Horberg? That's a weird fucking name.
Hoberg?
Hoberg.
What was the discipline?
No, he's got some power in him. What?
What was the discipline?
Hold on. I'm going to a different one. He is held out of games during season while an appeal is considered. MLB acknowledged the existence of the investigation in response to inquiries. So they're investigating him right now. Specifics of the allegations against him were not immediately clear. Said the league could not provide more details while the appeal was pending. Who has not umpired a game since last year's postseason did not immediately respond to the message seeking comment. During this year's spring training, Major League Baseball commenced an investigation regarding a potential violations of MLB sports betting policies by umpire Pat Hoberg. MLB said in a statement, was removed from the field during the pendency of the investigation. Did not find any evidence that he compromised, or all they said was that the discipline was warranted. So they found out that he bet on games.
If you're umpiring in a game, why would you, like, if you're an umpire in an MLB, why would you bet on MLB games?
Listen. I don't understand.
Just the optics. Even if you're not umpiring in the games, you're an umpire in Major League Baseball.
Exactly.
Why would you bet on Major League Baseball?
Because you're a dumbass.
Like, you've got the NFL, you've got UFL, you've got WNBA, you got NBA, you've got pickleball, you've got fucking what the hell is that thing they roll the rock down the fucking ice? You've got
shuffleboard.
Like, you've got fishing, you've got fucking lacrosse, you've got how many fucking sports you can bet on?
Yep.
Why the fuck would you bet on the sport that you work in?
Because they know that sport the best. That is the main reason.
But then you'd be dumb enough to sign up for a betting account in your own name.
Listen, I don't understand why these motherfuckers bet in the first place.
Like, if I'm an umpire in MLB, guess what? I'm not going to have a betting account that's in my name. I'm going to put it in Eric's name. Hey, Eric, go sign up for a betting account. Hey, and place a bet on this game for me.
Yeah.
Hey, if we hit, I got you.
Yeah. But then the problem that you have is you have to make sure these people are trustworthy. So that's the issue that you have, because how much is he betting?
Hey, Eric, if you snitch on me, you know what happens.
Not even snitching. Not even snitching. What happens if I just take the money and don't place a bet?
You know what happens, Eric.
Just say it.
Hey, Eric, you know what's coming.
Like you come in and give me a bet.
It.
Not me, but let's just say you call somebody and say, hey, I need to put a bet in. And they're like, that's a dumbass bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me the money. Send me the money. And they never place a bet and you lose. And then the next bet comes in and you win and they never place the bet, but they just give you some money back. And they just keep doing that.
If you just give me some money back, like if I tell you to place $1,000 bet and I know what the line is, I know how much I'm gonna win.
Yeah, and I give it back to you.
Some money. You can't just give me some money back.
No, but I give you the money back.
I know how much money I'm gonna win.
I know, but in this scenario, let's say you lost like 7 bets. So now I just give you the money back, but it's what you're supposed to win. What was he supposed to win? You're supposed to win this. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. That's probably why they don't do it, because they got to be. They need people that are trusted to do that shit. I mean, we saw what happened with Shohei and Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani guilty as fuck.
We know that, but he almost got snitched on.
Ohtani guilty as a motherfucker.
Shit, we saw what happened with Deontay Wilder's wife. You heard about that story, right?
Wait, what?
Deontay Wilder's wife is wanting a restraining order against him. I think she actually got a restraining order against him. She's going for a divorce now. Basically, she's stating now that he has abused her for years.
Has she seen him fight?
Mm-hmm.
Does she know he only got a right hand?
But
if she just moves to his right, she's safe.
This is the thing. This is the issue that people are having. Immediately, I was like, fuck, that sucks, right? Because automatically, I just thought, I was like, you've seen this shit before. You know what I'm saying? You've seen what happens with some of these boxers. Do you see what I'm saying? You've seen it. You know what happens. Mike Tyson, Robin Givens, we know. But this is his wife. Like, she's little. And there's, from what I understand, there's never been a report of her getting hit or abused. But after the fight, when he started talking about retirement, all of a sudden, she's been getting beat for the last couple of years. So I don't know, because when I saw it, I was shocked. She has been in a relationship 2015. They got engaged in 2018. Reportedly accuses Wilder of choking her at least 5 times since 2018. Once in front of her daughter and son, and slamming her son's head against the car. This all came out a couple weeks ago. June 6th. Judge grants TRO means Wilder must stay 100 yards away from Swift and their 6-year-old daughter until June 25th, when the pair is slated to appear in front of the judge. So I'm not saying, because I've came on here multiple times to talk shit and been wrong. So I'm not saying that she's lying. I'm not saying that she's making shit up. I'm just saying the timing and what has been going on is very, very suspicious. Apparently, there's been no word of these abuse at any point in time, and she has been front and center at almost all of his fights. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying that if it's wrong, I hope this bitch gets hit by a car. is you taking his kids away from him. From a man that doesn't deserve that literally fought some dude because he was talking shit about his daughter, Charlize Theron. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not, I can't even say I hope this isn't true because I would want to choke her.
I mean, they did say she tried to leave him in 2017.
But she got married in 2018.
It says that she tried to leave in 2017, but
she got engaged in 2018.
Yeah.
And per her words, the violence started after their engagement. So you tried to leave him in 2017. There's no violence. You get engaged in 2018, and then it starts, and you're still with him. You get married to him, and then he gets knocked out cold. By the way, that spin move that he did in the fight, do you know why he did that? When he got hit and spun around? He fucking practiced it. I'm not joking. It was a defensive move. I'm not fucking joking.
No, it wasn't.
Dude,
no.
Jeremy, look. This motherfucker.
I'm not letting you get away with that excuse.
I'll pull it up.
You are not getting away with that excuse.
He was doing this where he would throw a jab like this and then go and spin off the guy to turn around. I'm not fucking with you. Showtime Biz, if you know who I'm talking about, the great boxing guy. Showtime. Well, I'll pull this shit up and put it in the group chat.
You are not getting away with that excuse.
I'm 100%. Somebody go and look the shit up for me.
No.
I'm being dead serious.
That excuse is not landing.
I'm being dead serious. So 11 days ago, Showbiz, the adult, explained it. And I'm trying to see the damn TikTok. Here it is. He's been practicing it since Tyson Fury. So I'm going to put this in the chat, in the group chat. Because, we'll get fucking copyrighted.
That is not what he did.
Dude.
That is not what he did at all.
But when you look at him getting...
No.
Go back. Not
what he did during the
fight.
Go
back and watch him get knocked out. Go back and watch it again.
That dude during the fight got hit and then did this.
Go back and watch it again. Now that you've seen it, go back and watch it again. Because when he gets hit, he's in the middle of his fucking spin.
There's no way.
Yes.
Wait, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Oh.
Sam, did Sam really say no to Angel Reese for Kelsey Plum?
Yes.
Sam, you stupid motherfucker.
Oh, what the fuck did I just see? Okay. Yeah, Sam said no. I told you, he said hell no.
No. Sam, come on.
You think that's bad?
Hell yeah. Go look.
Why?
Just go look. Just go look. Just go look. You tell me. You tell me.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Okay, but in all defense, he doesn't need a forward. He's got Cameron Brink, he's got Brittany Griner, he's got Dolson, He's got Kehlani Brown at center, and he's got Dewana Bonner. He doesn't need another forward. That's the issue. Like he does not need that other forward. So it would sound good, but then that would leave him with Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, and Carrington. But I mean, Sam, you're fucking crazy. Because I would take that, drop one of those forwards, trade Cameron Brink for a guard or somebody. You might want to do that, Sam. You might want to think this over, Sam.
I'm just saying, but hey, what do I know?
You're just whooping everybody's ass.
What do I know? I'm just 4-0 in both leagues, but it's all right.
All right, so if we don't have anything else to talk about, I think we're gonna go ahead and get off here. Remember, next week, just let everybody know we will not be on next Saturday because I will be out of town. We will have pictures and stuff like we did last time. We're going to Oregon, Washington, California road trip. Anything you want to say before we get off, Jeremy?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, well, whenever you want to take us out, go ahead.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.